Meet Chairman Mao. The Top 10 Events from the Life of Mao Zedong by Alexandra. Event number 10. Mao died in Beijing in September 1976, leaving behind his legacies, ideas, and government. After Mao has died, his communist ideas still go on in China today. China remains to have a Communist Party government, even though Mao was blamed for the misfortune of the 20 years after his death. Chairman Mao's death also marked the end of the Cultural Revolution. Mao was looked at as both a strong leader and a misfortune from the time of early communist China. Event number 9. At age 13, Mao left his home for an advanced school seeking a high-level education. Without a strong education, Mao could not have gone on to do what he did for or to China. He would not have been as highly regarded or had as good of leadership and strategy skills, and therefore would not have been given the responsibilities of being chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, chief of state of the People's Republic of China, and chairman of the Military Commission of China. Event number 8. Mao made the concept of letting 100 flowers bloom so people could freely state their ideas and opinions. In previous China, the opposite viewpoint had been expressed. Also, this theory resulted in some people criticizing the Communist Party. They were sent to re-education, which was brutal concentration camps, where their lives were changed. This concept that Mao introduced changed how the people of China acted and thought, particularly what they said. Event number 7. In 1911, Mao joined a provincial unit of the army and fought for 6 months in the revolution to overthrow the Qing dynasty. This experience was the first to spark Mao's interest in putting his communist ideas about socialism in China into action. Without the inspiration to do so, Mao would not have had become as involved in China's government and would not have had the power to make the major changes he made. Event number 6. Mao joined the Communist Party in 1918. While studying at Beijing University, Mao discovered communist ideas and thought that socialism was the solution to China's problems. Mao taking part in the Communist Party led him to do and involve himself in advocating communist ideals, which changed China when he became the country's leader. Event number 5. During the Cultural Revolution, Mao sent his Red Guards and the People's Liberation Army on hunts to take away and destroy forests, as well as torture and harass people with a bourgeois lifestyle. Mao wanted to have complete control over China, and this was an act to force the country to be loyal or suffer consequences. What Mao considered poisonous forests, others may have considered special treasures. When people's houses were invaded and forests were taken, they were most likely devastated. Unfair torture changed the lives of teachers, writers, artists, party leaders, and anyone else with a black background or a bad class status. Some were killed and some committed suicide out of fear and stress. This act of cultural revolution weakened China against Mao's goal to strengthen the country. Event number 4. Mao put the Great Leap Forward into action in 1958. During the Great Leap Forward, many Chinese peasants had to produce steel, but when they had used their tools to create what turned out to be worthless scrap metal, they could no longer grow crops or use the steel. Both lack of tools and 2 years of drought in a row caused 2 harvests to fail and millions to starve. By launching the Great Leap Forward, Mao caused the deaths of many Chinese through starvation. Event number 3. Mao launched the Cultural Revolution starting in Shanghai in November 1965. Mao's goal was to strengthen China against a relapse into capitalism. The Cultural Revolution changed the lives, perspectives, and beliefs of many Chinese citizens. Many were tortured, killed, and robbed of forests, and many gave up what they had believed to follow Chairman Mao. Starting the Cultural Revolution, Mao completely turned China in another direction. Millions of Chinese suffered or died, especially teachers, writers, artists, and party leaders. The decision to begin this revolution changed the lives and fate of the Chinese. Event number 2. In 1934, Mao led the Red Army on a 6,000-mile journey, the Long March, to escape the Nationalists. After Mao led the Red Army in the Long March, saving 1/10 of the soldiers, he became the head of the Chinese Communists. This led him to be the undisputed chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, chief of state of the People's Republic of China, and chairman of the Military Commission, and he made drastic changes to life in China. Event number 1. Mao became the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, chief of state of People's Republic of China, and chairman of the Military Commission that controlled the People's Liberation Army on October 1, 1949. Mao becoming the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, chief of state of the People's Republic of China, and chairman of the Military Commission allowed him to make major changes to China, which he did. When Mao had control over China, he changed the concepts, traditions, and more, as well as determining laws and the fate of the people of China.